Hi guys, so really special treat for you on this Christmas Eve. I am not good at charcuterie boards. I'm learning, I am a student, but my sister-in-law, Ashley, is amazing at it. And she's great at the wine pairing. She knows the whole thing. So I'm going to share with you guys how to make our charcuterie board. And by me sharing, I'm gonna turn it over to her so that she can share with you exactly how to do it. So let me flip this around. We're gonna come around here.
Hello.
And show off. Y'all, this is a 36-inch charcuterie board.
Massive.
So Ashley, why don't you take us through everything?
So this is our Christmas Eve grazing board. I like the term grazing because it really symbolizes people standing around, having a good time, drinking a glass of wine, kind of picking and eating what they want. It's also all about looks because everyone wants to take that Instagram picture. So there's a bunch of different tastes and textures. Really fun to eat, look at, enjoy. So we have 4 different cheeses. We've got a camembert, which is a French soft cheese. It's kind of like a brie, a little bit more personality, a little bit like funkier, but in a good way. And then we've got the truffle cheese, which is a semi-hard cheese. This one is one of my favorites from Trader Joe's. Definitely recommend that one. Then we've got a Toscano pepper-crusted cheese. That provides a little bit of spice, a little bit of added flavor balance to the board. And then we've got a manchego, a couple places here. That one's gonna be your hard cheese. So you wanna pick a variety of different soft, semi-hard, hard cheeses. A manchego's Spanish cheese, really good. Kind of like a Parmesan almost, but a little bit different, a little Spanish flair. And then got some more of the pepper Toscano over here. And then we did a bunch of different meats. So we got the salami, the prosciutto, and I kind of put them in different places around the board so that you're surprised everywhere you go around the board. And then you got to fill in your kind of accoutrements. So you've got your olives, you got your little mini pepper or mini pickles, and then you've got some fruits, both fresh and dried. That way you kind of hit the people who want a little bit fresher. Then we've got the dried cranberries because it's Christmas, obviously. Oh, and then the fun cheese is the cranberry goat cheese. So this is great because it's like tart, but then you've got the soft sweetness, also tanginess of the goat cheese, and that's a really fun one for Christmas. And then we've got some mixed nuts. This is another one of my favorite, truffle almonds. I guess I really love truffle and being a little bit bougie. And then we've got the everything bagel mixed nuts. Everyone loves that everything bagel seasoning. So this is kind of a fun way to throw that in. It's salty, it's fresh, it's perfect. And then, of course, we've got our chips, our crackers, and our breads because you want something to layer so you can build those like fun mini sandwiches as you're eating. So we've got pita crackers, and then we've got the fig and olive crackers, which is another one of my favorites because it's more than just like a bland cracker. So it kind of balances out some of the taste as you're eating. And then we've got a crusty ciabatta, again, all from Trader Joe's. And then we've got a couple spreads. Again, there's lots of stuff on the board, so lots to please for all of your picky eaters. We've got a fig butter, which is kind of like fig jam, but a little bit creamier, sweet, provides some balance as you're eating those different cheeses. I would say throw it on maybe this camembert. Since that funkiness, you can kind of pair it well and down with a little bit of sweetness of the fig butter. And then we've got spicy mustard. Not everyone loves spicy, but again, there's lots of options, so you can throw that on, try it out. And the fun thing is, you can just pick different things, pair it, see how it goes. And so it's kind of a fun experience that you can talk about while you're drinking wine and having a good time. And then we end it with some little festive touches of rosemary. Kind of looks like a little bit of a Christmas tree. So yeah, that is it. The main thing is play with it, have fun, keep building, keep pairing, put it in different positions, and it's kind of like a work of art, and then you get to eat it.
It is absolutely beautiful. So Ashley did such a good job, I think, at the very beginning with placement. So kind of talk about just the getting started. You started this off in a really specific way. So why don't you tell people what you did to start the board to kind of set the place?
So it can be kind of overwhelming. So you want to start with your big anchor pieces. So of course we've got our little ramekins. So I started just with the ramekins. Then I went with the different sauces and the butters. So those are really the big stable pieces you can't like move around as much. And then put the breads, and then I just played with the angles. So as I put this here, I realized that they were kind of at the same angle. So then I mixed it up a little bit because you want it to be visually appealing, so you want your eye to keep meandering and finding something new. And then we went with the cheeses because those are also big pieces. I cut some up. I left some whole, again, adding some interest. Then layered in the meats, and then did the accoutrements and the crackers, and then ended with the little fun touches in between. So yeah, it's a really fun process. You could even do it all together. That would be really fun. That way everyone gets their own little piece of the pie as you're building along.
So how much, kind of like give us a little bit of a formula. Now, obviously, this is a huge board. So this board is from World Market. It's from top to bottom, it's 36 inches. So it is a big one. I think it's probably over 2 feet on the actual board itself. So this is a really, really big board.
Yep.
So we have 7 people, and our plan is, before we eat Christmas Eve dinner, we're going to have, really, as soon as I finish this, we're all going to tear this apart. So we're doing this while it's still pretty, and kind of just snack on this. But how many people roughly does this feed? Now, obviously, we're going to probably snack on this multiple times, but kind of gives a little bit of a formula about how many people this feeds.
Yep. So if you're starting small, if you're just doing 2 to 3 people, you want to start with your big things, so your cheeses. 2 to 3 people, you can really do 2 to 3 cheeses. If you want to feel extra fancy and try different cheeses, you could go up to 4, but 2 to 3, again, changing that with the hard, the semi-soft, the soft. And then 2 to 3 meats, and that would probably fill about half of this board or a small board. And then you could do 2 different crackers if you want to change up the flavors, but you're gonna have a lot of crackers left over. So yeah, probably 2 to 3 cheeses, 2 to 3 meats, and then when you get more to the 4 to 5 range and larger, you want to do about 4 to 5 cheeses, 4 to 5 meats, and just kind of change it up and not do all one thing unless you want to try all soft cheeses or something like that. But I like to have different options for different people.
So you pointed out something to us because we're newbies at this. We really don't know. You're the expert. So you mentioned that not every board is a charcuterie board. People call them all charcuterie boards, but there actually is a difference. So what is that difference?
So charcuterie is only if there's meat on there. Charcuterie is a French term for meat. And so if there's meat on there, you can call it a charcuterie board. If there's not meat on there, it's still a board, but just a board. So you can have, a cheese board, you can have a cracker board, you can do a hot chocolate board.
Pancake board. That's super hot right now.
Breakfast board. You can do a movie night board, breakfast board, anything. But it's only charcuterie if you're putting meat in there.
Gotcha. So guys, this is a great way for you to host happy and to get everybody around the table. This is the perfect thing for you, bringing friends over casually. You obviously don't have to go to this extreme. It's Christmas Eve. We're going all out for Christmas.
Extra.
We're going all out. But you could just take a small corner of this, a really small, basic, 12 by 12 board, 9 by 12 board would be plenty for 2 to 3 people. Stack it full of all this goodness. Like Ashley said, with the 3 types of cheeses is a good base, a hard, semi-soft, and a soft cheese. Pair that with a couple of meat choices, 1 or 2 crackers, throw in your extras, and you have got the makings of a charcuterie board. Yes. So thank you so much, Ashley. Y'all, I'm so excited to dig into this. So kind of one more look at the beautiful charcuterie board that is about to be completely destroyed.
That's the best part.
Get the look right here.
It's meant to be enjoyed.
All right, guys, that is all from here. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.